Hey, how are you guys? How is your day going? Welcome to Tarot at 12. Wherever you are in the world and whatever time it is, I appreciate you being here and I want to welcome you and thank you for coming. Here in the U.S., I am in the Illinois, so it is literally 12 on the dot, so lunchtime for me. I realize some of you have already had your whole Tuesday and it's about nighttime and you're about ready to go to bed and start over for Wednesday. You're ahead of us. But welcome and thank you for staying up to be with us. Today, we're going to be doing some free readings and I want to remind you of a couple things. I have my fabulous moderators here today. We've got the Night Reader Tarot, we've got Zara, and we have Sunflower Tarot. So thank you to my moderators and everybody in the chat. Please feel free if you have questions or comments, things like that, go ahead and post them in the chat. Direct questions, you can direct them to me, but I'm very focused on the cards, so I only check it in between readings. So, all right, with that being said, let's get started. All of these readings are free. These are mini readings. And if you'd like to bump yourself up in line and guarantee a reading, please feel free to drop a donation. We have a link here in my description box, and it can be any amount. So that would bump you to priority status. Okay, well, first things first. Yesterday we had a question that was accidentally posted under somebody else's name. So the person whose name was posted didn't get their question answered. So we're going to do that first and foremost. So let me see here. Katudivya. Katudivya? I hope I'm saying it right. Welcome. I'm so sorry for the mix-up, but let's get your question answered today. All righty. Will my marriage be successful? And when will I reunite with my husband and daughter? Okay, so let us find out. We're going to kick off today with the Arcanum Tarot. This seems like an Arcanum question. No reason, just to me, it seems like an Arcanum question. All right, Katudivya. Will your marriage be successful and when will you reunite with your husband and daughter? So we need to know about your I'm assuming this would be your second marriage or your second relationship. Reunite with my husband and daughter. Not sure if you're looking at a second marriage or just rekindling your current marriage. I'm thinking that's what you're asking. When you reunite with your husband and daughter, will it be successful? I'm thinking that's right? Okay, so let's get through. I'm just looking through to make sure. Okay, all right, we're gonna go with that. All right, let's see. We're gonna go with that. So when will you reunite with your husband and daughter, and will that marriage be successful? Let us find out. Let us get some insight from the tarot. Kind of spread my stuff out a little better today. Let's just see how many cards I dropped today, huh? Kind of like a game show, maybe. We should start keeping track. All right. Will your marriage be successful once you reunite with your daughter and your husband? I see a reuniting. Absolutely, I do. We've got the Hierophant here. That's about keeping everything together. It's about managing your flock. Well, who else would be your flock besides your husband and daughter? That makes absolute sense to me. Here, right next to it, we also have the World. This is a success card. This is about bringing everything together, bringing things full cycle, and feeling that completion. As you notice, I've pointed this out in several different decks, but just to show you again, the World, they're often holding wands, and the wands have little kind of pointy doohickeys on the end. And what that symbolizes is, as is above, as is below. So that very much ties into all the different avenues of spirituality. So whatever it is you practice, that would apply in any of those things. So what that means, though, is you're manifesting things. I mean, in what you're wanting, what you're praying for, what you're asking the universe for, I mean, whatever that looks like for you, that is going to come to fruition if you believe, if you make inspired action. Like I said yesterday, if you heard me, I mean, we can't just walk around and think about purple elephants in the sky and then all of a sudden there's purple elephants. I mean, I don't mean something like that. I'm talking about the true belief and feeling and acting as if. That helps to activate it. It's not like a magical, thing that's going to, purple elephants in the sky, but it does help and it does work. We've got bookends here. We've got our King of Swords and we have the Emperor. As far as the reuniting, I see that here. But I'm wondering if your husband is kind of a domineering kind of person, kind of in charge, wants to be the boss, and kind of his way or the highway. I'm wondering that because of what I see here. We've got the King of Swords and we have the Emperor. The Emperor is a great strategizer. He is control over the whole land. I mean, he is, he's kind, he's benevolent, so he's not a ruthless kind of leader, but he is in charge. And then here on the other side, on our other bookend, we have the King of Swords, another person who is, very much in charge. This is often a military leader, something like that. This person also, though, represents somebody who is kind of emotionally detached. So that's why I was asking about your husband. Is that kind of what his personality is? Kind of in charge, kind of being, the overseer and not really wanting to talk too much about emotional things. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, if that's what you like, if that's how you two work well together, then yeah, that's definitely fine. However, if that's going to be a problem for you, then, getting back together is one thing, but they're always when the flower petals fall off of your eyes and you start seeing things again like normal, things usually return. So if this is the reason that you're not together, that needs to be addressed to have a successful marriage, to rekindle that. As far as the reuniting, I do see coming together, especially here with the Hierophant. That's almost exactly what that means. It's bringing people together and leading the flock. So directly, let's answer the question. I think, yes, you'll reunite. Very good potential to be successful, but the tarot is giving you the advice to really evaluate it. If this is correct and this is what his personality is like, then that is something that you're going to have to come to terms with and decide if that's, what'll work for you, what you're interested in doing. If it's not, then now's the time. Now's the time to kind of figure it out and fix it, change it. The tarot reads the energy of the moment. So, we can change things if we don't like them. That's what's so awesome about it. We get a tip. All righty. We have a donation from Daisy Divinity, and I think I know who that is. Let me see if my brain works today, because I believe that's Empress Daisy. Am I right? Thank you so much for your donation, Daisy. Daisy Divinity. Let's find your question. Let's see. Empress Daisy, I was right. What do I win? $1 million? I know. I get a free reading from myself, right? All right. So I'm looking for your question. I'm looking. Empress Daisy, I do see your name and I see where you're posting, but I'm not seeing your questions. So if you could post that for me. Oh, I found it. Night Reader has it. Thank you. Sorry for the delay. All right. What are Michael's intentions with you? Okay. So let us find out. We are going to use the Lightseer's Tarot, and we are going to find out what are Michael's intentions toward Empress Daisy. Thank you again for your donation. It's greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. Okay. So Michael, what are you doing with Empress Daisy? What are you doing? What are your intentions? Sorry, there's schmutz on there. Schmutz. Okay. Let's find out what the intentions are What is Michael doing? Let us see, let us see. All right, we've got some good things going on, and we have bookends again. All right, look here in the middle. Look at all that happiness. I mean, you can see it. I think there are very good intentions. I really do. The 10 of Cups, that's about reaching that point of true happiness. Cups is the suit of emotions and love. And the 10 is the last in the suit, if you're not obviously looking at the court cards, but ace to 10. So this is where it kind of comes to full cycle. This is the achievement. So this is the opportunity to achieve that. And the reason I say it's an opportunity is because right next to it, we have the 2 of Cups. That is the coming together. That is harmony. That is love. So I feel that there are very good intentions, and that, you know, there's the potential thought that this might go somewhere in the future. This might be something. So I do see that here. Now on the bookends here, what have we got? We've got the 4 of Pentacles. That's about holding on to something too tightly. I'm wondering if there's a little fear in there. You know, I know you are the one who asked the question, so it might be that you have a little bit of hesitation. It could be that Michael is, you know, not quite sure how to move forward because this is the desired outcome, but unsure as to what to do. So not showing the entire hand, if that makes sense. Not putting all the cards on the table. No pun intended. But do you see what I mean? Not wanting to really show his hand yet. Here on the other side, in our other bookend, we've got some defensiveness. We've got some protection. These really match, and these really match. This is a real good bookend reading. So what I'm seeing, I believe the intentions are good, but I think what might get in the way would be kind of an unwillingness to sort of open up. I think it will be important for the 2 of you to be very open with each other. And I don't just mean open, meaning sharing things and stuff like that, but being open to going with the flow, to see where things go and letting things progress naturally without forcing them. Holding on too tightly means being a little bit afraid that they're going to lose something. Like this lady's got her purse there. She doesn't want anybody getting in her purse. And this lady here is standing there like, yup, I've done this. What do you think you're doing? So again, I feel like it's hesitation, but not a problem per se. But I do see that there might be a little bit of holding back. So be aware of that. And if it's you, you can kind of think about it and see what you might be holding back about to help things move forward. But I got the real impression, again, the go with the flow is really what's coming through on that. It's really coming through on that. But great success. It looks like it's going to go great. Thank you so much for your donation. Okay, guys, that's a good time to remind everyone. Questions are selected randomly. It's very random, and my moderators are helping me sift through the comments. I select randomly from those. Donations, however, do take priority. You get your reading done quickly, and you would be guaranteed a reading. So keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind, guys. Let's get our next question. Let's get our next question and keep on moving. All right. Hey, everybody here. I didn't say hello to some of you. Preeti, Ursa Showcat, Sterling Slaughter. Nice name. I like it. Monsi. Okay, I'm still looking. Okay, we got that one. That was our leftover from yesterday. And now I'm going to answer Kiss JG. Will the hairdressing business that I'm planning to start go well? I'm a Taurus. Ooh, how exciting, a new business. All right, let's do a classic Llewellyn for this question. I feel like this deserves a classic answer. It's starting a new business. Entrepreneur. I give you a lot of credit. I think it takes a lot of confidence and a lot of skill and a really good drive. So congratulations and kudos to you. and I hope the business goes well. Let's just find out what the tarot is going to suggest might be something to think about. We want some good news. We want some good, happy, happy cards. Happy, happy, happy. Happy, happy, happy. All right. Okay, we've got bookends again. All right, we've got bookends here. The King of Pentacles says that, yes, not only will you be successful, that you're going to be doing very well. If life was like these cards show, you'd be sitting on your throne. You'd have all of your pentacles around you because you're materially made accomplishments materially, but also in this card, there's all kinds of things. I mean, look at the lush growth growing, the flowers, the castle, the ornate throne with these horns on there. I mean, so yes, this is success right there. That is big success, okay? On the other side, we have the Six of Pentacles. That's helping people. Obviously, you're going to be helping people. Not only are you providing a service for them, but I mean, just like the old joke that your bartender's like your therapist, well, your hairdresser is too. So, people are going to come to you, not only for the skill that you provide with the service, but, for your friendship, for your advice, for your counsel. You're going to have I'm sure you obviously know this and you've been working in this, but when you're the owner, I mean, even the people working for you are going to be relying on you. And, with a hairdressing business, that's very important. I mean, that you are essentially like a BFF or a counselor, in a lot of ways. Now, here in the middle, what I'm seeing is you're going to have to really take control of your time, though. You're going to have lots of people wanting to talk to you, wanting your attention. Now, being busy with people needing your services, needing their hair done, that's awesome. Yes, you want people coming in. You want to do that, and you'll make appointments, and you'll do that. I'm thinking this is going more into the direction of watching your time with the helping people. I mean, people glomming onto you, saying, I need you. You're my best friend. Let me call you at 11:30 and discuss my day with you. I mean, that's all well and good. And if that's the direction you want to go, I'm not at all discouraging it. But the tarot is saying that this might be a time where it's going to be kind of overwhelming you. You're going to have a lot of commitments, or time is going to be taken, so you're not able to pay attention to your other commitments. Does that make sense? So yes, you'll be successful, and you're going to be helping people, helping them in other ways more than just the service. And the advice is to watch out and protect your time. You can draw boundaries, a line in the sand, kind of thing. Doesn't mean mean. It doesn't mean rude. Doesn't mean not available. But it means, you have to have boundaries set so that you're not overwhelmed with the amount of people wanting your advice, friendship, and so forth. Does that make sense? Well, good luck. That's very exciting. How awesome. I always wanted to open a business. I'm a good planner, but I don't really want to do it. What does that sound like? The Queen of Pentacles, right? Although I've convinced myself I'm the Queen of Cups because I'm more emotional. I'm kind of emotional. Everybody's favorite thing. Okay, let's move on. Good luck, Chris. Or Kiss, sorry. Looking at it out of the corner of my eye. All righty. Let us move on. We're going to answer this one for CC Sagittarius. What are my Capricorn's next intentions? Let's find out. We're going to use today's journey. Seems like a modern feel to me today for this question. These are great cards, but they're very sticky. Very sticky. Oops. And then I dropped them. All right, here we go. All right, so Capricorn, what are you going to be doing? What's next with CC Sagittarius? What is next? What is coming next? We're going to find out. We are going to find out. Well, I ate lunch today, but I'm still hungry. So it's going to be one of those days, I think. I had a bunch of running around to do yesterday, and The minute I end my show today, I got the same thing to do, so I don't have time. Okay, so what are the next intentions? Well, I think there's a lot of thought about how well things are going already. I think that your Capricorn is kind of thinking that things are already going well. So I don't think that they're feeling like there's really much to do at this point. I don't feel like any changes are being felt like they need to be made. I think your Capricorn, is sort of just looking out and saying, you know what, everything's going to be fine. Everything's good. I think he or she is looking kind of back at things and in a positive light, saying so far so good. But I think what that's doing is that's keeping things stagnant. I think, that kind of mentality about it stops things from moving forward. I mean, things might be great right now, and that's fine. So far, maybe things are leading up to something better, the next step. I believe the feelings are there, but I don't think there's any real concern about what to do next. And that could be just somebody being complacent, or that could be somebody thinking everything's going fine, so why do anything different? But somehow nothing's really moving. Next here we have the Three of Air, which is typically it is the Three of Swords, which is typically kind of a, feeling heartbroken, not knowing kind of where things are going. I think that Capricorn is really not making a huge effort, which is going to be leaving you feeling like, hey, clearly you asked the question, so you might already be feeling like, hey, what's going on? But we have good news here. This here is control, and this is the Chariot. The Chariot is fast moving. Now, in this particular deck, you'll notice that this bike rider here, the cyclist, is riding with no hands, turning a curve on the road. So I do see things going on the right track and moving forward. But I think there's a little bit of feeling like, the train has not left the station yet, and, what's going on. So it might be a little slow going, and perhaps at least being kind of guided in how to be in a relationship or how to date or what, it's not, I don't think malicious. I don't think it's like, ha, 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 I'm not going to do anything. I think it's literally just feeling like things are fine. So again, if you guys have not come together yet, if this is a crush situation, I do see you guys meeting up, but the same applies to the whole thing. If you are in a situation where you're already together, I think Capricorn needs a little step on the gas. Step on the gas. All righty, CC Sagittarius. I hope that's helpful. And I hope Capricorn makes a move. Okie dokie, let us move on. I'm going to see what is next. I'm looking. All right, there we go. Zara, thank you. Preeti, Raj, when will I get Jajit to reply to me? Okay, so we're wanting some communication. What is going on, Jajit? We want to know. No, you know what? I was going to use Light Seers, but I changed my mind that quickly, and now I'm going to use Wizard's Tarot. All right, Wizard's Tarot. When will Jajit reply to me? When will Jajit reply to me? Okay. All right. To all of those of you that are new here today, welcome. I'm so glad you discovered the channel. I'd like to invite you to subscribe. You can just hit the subscribe button, and you can hit the bell and get some notifications. My show is daily, but I do put pop-up videos and forecasts and things like that. Like to keep you connected. We are very much a family here. We're really growing a nice community. So welcome. Okay, my monitor went crazy, so now I fixed it. You know what? Now it's the monitor. I've just about had enough. We had internet issues. Anytime it rains, I get in trouble. Okay. So when will Jajit reply to you? I see a couple of fast moving card. So I think it's going to be sooner rather than later. 7 of Wands. That is a very fast moving card. Effort, growth. This is flying. So something new is coming. Right next to it, we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is also going super fast. And look where he's running. He's running right into this. So he is running. He's also Wands. He's running right into the 7. See? So this is going fast. So I think you're going to expect something pretty quickly. But I think, here we've got bookends. I think we've got a 2-part punch. I think there's going to be some just kind of laying the ground rules about how to talk. I don't think it's going to start off well, meaning the conversation might sound a little snarky at first or very kind of official, and not very emotional. But look at what we've got on the other side. We've got happiness. This is the sun. This is success. So I do think it's coming quickly. And I think the beginning of the conversation is going to involve a little bit of sort of rule setting. I can't think of another way to say it. It's kind of setting the guidelines for the conversation, for the way it's going to go. I think you might feel that Judgement is being a little cold. But I see that the progression is leading over here to the sun, which again means success and happiness. So yeah, I think it's coming, but be prepared. It looks like there might be, the conversation might start off kind of cold, kind of detached. But don't let that fool you. I think you should go with the flow. Don't panic. Don't beg. Don't do any of that crazy stuff. Let it flow. Let it flow. All right, my dear. I hope that helps. All right. So I'm checking donations. All right. So we're good. We're going to keep on moving. Let's see. Hello, Wilton. How are you? I wonder if you're new. I haven't seen your name before. Welcome if you're new. All right. So Zara makes a good point. My personal private readings are $30 for 20 minutes, and I was doing a flash sale for this week, $20 for 20 minutes. So if you guys want to get deeper and get some clarification, these are mini readings. I'm very happy to do a deeper private reading for you. It is recorded, so you don't have to worry about going anywhere or doing anything. All righty. So I am looking right here. We've got Empress Daisy. We've got that. All right, double posted. Here we go. All right. Anything from Spirit or who my spirit guides are, what they want me to know. Alice and R would like to know. I love these questions. Okay. So we want to know from Spirit what the messages might be. Guidance of some kind. Let's see. We want to know what Allison should know. We want some divine guidance. We're asking the universe to provide us with some information. Now, sometimes, it's the universe. Sometimes it's spirit guides. Sometimes it's angels. Sometimes it's God. Whatever it is that you subscribe to, whatever religion, whatever spiritual practice, we do have messages. We are divinely guided. If we just listen and do our best to make good decisions and be positive, we will hear it faster. Okay, so Allison, what are some messages from the spirit world? Okay, all right. Wow, we've got the star here. The star, that is literally being guided. Literally being guided. So I think what's happening here is Spirit wants you to know that yes, you are being guided. You are being guided. And as I was just saying, literally, it's about being quiet, being silent, being still. And you can hear these things. You can hear it. Now, it's not like somebody whispering in your ear for everybody. Some people do hear things, but it's about, you will know. It's a knowing. And each person has a different knowing. Sometimes it's an impression. Sometimes it's an actual visual representation of sound. Sometimes it's just a compulsion, to do something. You feel compelled to do something. So yes, listen to yourself. You are being guided. Here on this side, we have the sun. This is happiness. This is completion. I think what this is saying is it's reminding you to have a positive mindset. I am very much a believer in the law of attraction, and I've done a lot of study on energy work and things like that. Having a positive attitude is what opens it up. Now, does that mean you can walk around life and say when something crappy happens, oh, that's great, I am loving it? No, you're human, you have emotions, but kind of have your baseline go to MO, be to look for the brighter side of things. Always do that. Everything has a lesson or a blessing. So looking for the blessings in things. And then here we also have the King of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. I think the message here is there is something coming to you in your material world. There is something that you're going to be able to take in and put into action. I think that this is not just like a whimsy kind of thing that you're going to hear about. I think it's going to be pretty strong, and I think you're going to feel very much like you're wanting to take advantage of it or act upon it, depending on what it is. But there's something coming in your material world that is going to be something you are going to want to act on. Now, of course, use your best judgment. Take stock in the moment of reality and use logic. However, this is what the cards are saying. The cards are saying something's coming, and you're going to know what to do with that, and that you're going to want to take some action on that. And then the other advice is you are guided. That's the reassurance. And this is the advice here, is to stay positive. Always look for the good. Always look for the good. Okay, well, that's a good message. I like that. That was really good. I want one like that. Oh, all right. Let us see what is next. All right. All righty. Let us move on. All right. So I'm seeing, there we go. Whoops. Where'd it go? My screen jumps so easily. I just barely touch it and it jumps. 1 second. Okay. All right. Here we go. Monica, hello. Is Celesh my karmic twin flame or soulmate? Let's see. We're looking at some karmic twin flame action. We want to know. Twin flame. We're going to use the pre-Raphaelite, which I'm probably saying wrong, but too bad. Is Silas my karmic twin flame or soulmate? Let us see what we can get. We want to know. All right. We want to know, Monica, is Silas karmic twin or soulmate? Twin flame. Twin flame. Okay, let's see what we've got. We got some good things here. I believe that, yes, I believe there is a very, very positive emotion connection. There is very much. Look at this. We have got the 10 of Cups, which when I was describing it earlier, that's the 10. So it's the end of the journey of that particular suit. That is love and emotions. This is kind of about, having that ideal love, life, perhaps family, home, whatever that looks like. But it's about feeling, secure. It's about the knowing of each other, knowing that you are the one for each other, that deep love. Not only is it love, but it's best friends. It's that kind of a relationship. And then here we've got temperance. This is about balance. Notice she's pouring the cups into each other back and forth. Do you know what also that means? It means not only are they balanced, but there's always enough. She's got the water here, and in a lot of cards, she's kind of spilling water next to her. There's always enough. The water keeps replenishing. So that together, I mean, that's wonderful. You can't even ask for something better than that. Now here we have the Empress, which is the 3 in the majors. The Empress is about blooming and growing and nurturing an idea. It can often be the pregnancy card, because as a baby grows in a woman's body, think about it. It's nurtured, it's protected, it's secure, it's warm, all those things. An idea, you would do the same. Now, obviously, it wouldn't be in your body, but you know what I'm saying. You'd nurture it. You'd make sure to take care of it. You'd do the right things. So there are some great possibilities here. I see that, you guys are really in tune. I think you're really intertwined. And then we have the growth of a family, whether that means, children, or if it just means growing a relationship and a life together. That's absolutely here. Now here we've got the 4 of Swords. This is about kind of taking a break and, taking it all in. This, to me, what this is saying in relation to the other cards is, don't get swept up in how awesome everything is. That doesn't mean don't enjoy it or recognize it, but it means also take a step back. Don't walk around having rose-colored glasses on all the time. You have to get deeper. Which is what this implies you will do. But I mean, you have to remember that and not get swept up in, the cool social media posts I can do, or, oh, we go to dinner here. Oh, isn't he good looking? That's all fine. And that's great in the beginning. But you have to remember that there are other components of a relationship, and you have to be able to continue to nurture those. Do you see what I'm saying? So, don't forget about the deeper issues, that if you nurture them, then yes, I believe you guys have all the potential. Look at those 2. I think you have all the potential. I really do. All right, Monica, that's what I'm getting. All right, my dear, let us move on. I'm going to get a question. Here we go. Versa. I blended them together. Will my lover, Prem, forgive me? Prem, we want to know, are you going to forgive? Are you going to forgive? Let's use Alice in Wonderland. We're going to use Tarot in Wonderland. If I can get it, there we go. Will my lover forgive me? Prem, are you going to forgive Vera? Vera would like you to forgive. I'm wondering if you've already offered an apology or not. We can see what the cards have to say. Let's find out. Let's find out what the cards say first before I start telling you. Sometimes I think about things and it comes to me, and other times I need to trigger it with some of the reading the cards, the actual messages from the cards. And I try to pull both in. Okay. Will they forgive you? All right. I think it's going to be a little bit difficult for Prem to forgive you. The reason I'm saying that is we've got a couple of things here that are pointing it out. We've got the 7 of Swords. And that's kind of like walking away, taking what you have, and not going back. I mean, it's kind of just like holding on tight and walking away. Here we've got the King of Swords, which, as you can see in the card, that's about putting up a wall. That's about putting up the wall there and, not letting anybody in, Notice he's sitting there and he's got his sword. That the swords are about communications, thoughts, ideas. It's also about truth. So, he's holding on to that, and the wall is kind of keeping you out. Here we have the 5 of Cups. That's about something being out of reach and only focusing on what you don't have instead of also noticing what you do have. These cards almost always, have spilled cups with couple cups that aren't spilled that somebody's not seeing, the person in the card, whatever deck it is. So it's about, only looking at what you've lost. Tell you what I see here. These are bookends. We've got some bookends. There we go. Can't even see. This is a new opportunity. This is the Fool jumping in. Let's keep going is what it's saying. You're saying to Prem. You're saying, you know what? Let's start over. This is a new adventure. We can put this behind us. But I believe that Prem is still thinking about what has happened. I do see the potential here to come around and see what else, but I think it's a little too premature. I think it's too premature. I see the potential that he could, but right now, this is what's going on. Blocking you, holding on tight to what they've got, focusing on what's been lost. You're suggesting let's try to start over, or, let's jump in a clean slate kind of thing. I think the Fool and the clean slate, that's probably what's in these cups, right? That's probably what's in there. And he's not ready to see it. He's not ready to see it. He's looking up at these saying, oh my gosh, let me think about what happened. But I do see that could come around. So I'm not saying, it's, slam the door and we'll throw away the key. But I do think it's a little early. I don't think he's ready, or he or she. I try to be real gender neutral, guys, so I apologize if I'm not. It's just, habit, I guess. All righty, we have got a donation. So this is from, now I've been trying to take notes. This is from TZ. Oh, and you put it in there, username TZ. I was just so proud of my note-taking abilities. All righty, so thank you so much. I'll remind everybody, what TZ just did here was exactly what I was asking. If you could put your username in your PayPal donation in the notes, if your name is different. I know PayPal names and I almost said Yahoo, YouTube names are often different. So please, it just helps me to get to your question a little easier. So TD, or TZ question, here we go. Where is my connection with Spencer headed? We haven't met yet, just chatting on a dating app. Ooh, okay. Well, thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate it. And let us see what we can see. We're going to use today's journey, and we're going to see where this is heading. Where it's heading. Spencer, what's going on with TZ on this dating app? Okay. Yeah, online dating, it's very convenient. It's a great idea. My sister, she met her husband online. So, great success stories. But a lot of times it's kind of like homework. I mean, you have a lot of people or conversations or, sifting through messages you get that, who am I interested in? It's a lot of work, folks, but it's worth it. It can be worth it. And if it's not worth it, guess what you do? Click. You're out of there, right? Simple. Okay. And like I said, my sister and my sister and brother-in-law met online too. Yes, they did. All righty. So let us see. Okay. So where's it heading? I see some action here. This is the 6 of fire, which is the 6 of wands. This is kind of like a celebration. It's the completion of some hard work and being able to say, yes, I did it. Yes, look at me. Wow. What does that sound like? That sounds like online dating. I think you're going to have some success with this. I also see it as a new opportunity. This is the 1 of air, which is the Ace of Swords, the communication. I see that the communication you're building now is what's going to help this to be successful, this to come about. This is, I think, tied together. We have guidance here. Guidance is, and look, he's in there studying. He's looking for guidance, wanting to know what to do. I'm wondering if Spencer is just is a little unsure of how to proceed. Once this date happens, I think there will be a moment of trying to figure out what to do. I know it's hard. Like, do I text? Do I wait for them? What do I do? What does it mean when this says this? But I think this is just saying kind of sit back and watch it play out. I think there might be a moment, though, of you trying to figure that out, what's going on. I think the meeting's going to be great. I think you're going to have great communication, but you might be trying to figure out what comes next. Now here we have the Father of Water, which is the King of Cups. Now, the King of Cups is typically, the king he's kind of introverted, which doesn't sound to me like somebody who would be online dating, because if you're introverted, you probably wouldn't want to do that. But what he is also, in addition to that, he's a good decision maker. So I see this going well. I just see that it might take a minute. I think that, he's going to be able to decide if he wants to pursue things and what to do. I think he will take charge and take charge of the communication, take charge of the next date. But I think you might have to kind of wait and let it kind of play out a little bit. But I see things are going to take off, and there's a lot going to be happening. Your communication is going to be a big factor. So, keeping your conversations that you've already had in mind, making sure that you have more to talk about instead of what you've already talked about. You can only exhaust your, topics of conversation so far. So, make sure to have other things that are to talk about, and then it looks like it's going to go well. How exciting. Good luck. I hope that goes well. If you feel comfortable, please let us know. And I always like to hear what happens. Sometimes I need some clues to remember, but I always remember eventually. All right, so let us do some more questions. I'm not seeing any more donations, so we're gonna keep moving. Okay, here we go. Navneet would like to know, is a spirit box session real or fake? A night reader wants to know too. Okay, well, why don't we hear about this? Guess what? I don't even know what that is. So how do you like that? And I've been immersed in the metaphysical world for a while, and since 1989. It just must not be my thing, so I haven't been exposed to that. So let's just see what we can see, and we'll find out. I'm going to use Light Seers Tarot, Navneet, and Night Reader. Want to know, is a spirit box session real? I want to know too. Maybe I need to do some research, huh? I haven't even heard of this. Spirit box session, real or fake? Give us some insight. Got a lot of energy running toward this question because we all want to know. We all want to know. Okay. Spirit box session, real or fake? Let's see. Well, I think, and again, I don't even know what it is. I don't know if it's a reading. I don't know if it's, spiritual tools, magical spells. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it is. But what I'm seeing is whatever's happening when you have a session, I think things come pretty quickly, meaning you're feeling like you're getting results. You're having new insights, new inspirations, new seeds are planted. But I see there's still, a little confusion. I think it's kind of hard to tell, but I think while you kind of walk away going, wait a minute, I don't know what this is. I don't know how to put it into action. I do think that you will at one point be able to. I think it clicks at a certain point. The Ace of Cups here is a new opportunity. It's a new love. A new love can actually obviously mean I met somebody and now I love them, but it can also mean the love of something, something that's dear to your heart. So if this is what I'm thinking, by looking at this, I think it's something that you might actually enjoy. I think it might be an opportunity. Now, once you get in deep, it might not be later, but in the initial stages, I think it might be something you would enjoy and potentially get some benefit. And again, I'm saying that literally just based on the cards because I have no idea what this is. I do feel like you're going to be getting information quickly. And I don't know if that means information from the actual spirit box or a spirit, but the person perhaps who's guiding the session might be flooding you with information. And I think that kind of makes you feel like, all right, I just got to take a break. I don't even know what to do with this information, which is probably what's making you feel a little off balance about it. So real or fake, we'll pull an endgame card because I'm not seeing, but I do get the impression though that you might enjoy it. And when you have your first session, you might be getting information kind of quickly, what makes you kind of thrown off. We're going to put an endgame card down and see if we can get a good yes or no feel. Let's see. I'm going to pull the bottom one of the deck, yes or no field. All right, the Knight of Pentacles. That means to me that is, well, it's news. It's an important message. It's change. It's action. This is what knights do, and specifically the Knights of Pentacles. This is somebody who takes action. This is somebody who really can plow through and do things, but it's something that comes a little slower. Notice it's coming, but look at the horse trotting there. It's walking slowly. It's not running. It doesn't have their hair's not blowing in the wind or anything. I think getting the benefits or the messages or whatever it is involved, I think it's a little bit of slow going. Maybe that means you have to kind of get in tune with it. Maybe, I don't know, but I do see something good coming. I do see that, it can work, but it does take some practice, some dedication, some, working on your craft, so to speak. So I'm thinking what this is saying is, yeah, it absolutely can be. If you put your mind to anything, you're open and you do the work, and it's not a fast instant fix like McDonald's drive-through, it's not drive-through spirituality kind of situation. I hope that helps. I'm going to be looking it up right after the show. You know that, don't you? Because I want to know what it is. And maybe it's something I do already know, but you're just calling it something, or I'm calling it something different. Who knows? Who knows? But interesting. I would love it if you feel like sharing. Okay. Allison would like to know, I don't know which purpose to focus on. Trying to find advice where I can best help others or serve my highest self. So it's about how to serve your highest self, if I can speak properly. Okay, trying to find advice where you can help others and serve your highest self. Okay, I understand now. Takes me a minute sometimes. Which purpose to focus on? What should you be doing in the realm of helping others? What to focus on to help others? All right, we're going to use the Arcanum. We're going to hit the Arcanum, or use the Arcanum, and we want to know what to focus on to help and serve others and your highest self. Let's just find out. Okay. It looks like to me that it's about helping people turn things around and make changes. Something about helping people make changes in their lives, to help them rise above, to help them start over. I'm getting that real feeling. I'm getting that right here from the Fool and the Tower. Tower indicates a big change. The Fool indicates a new beginning. And obviously in between that, we have the Six of Wands. And this is about success. We've also got the King of Pentacles, and the King is the king, focused on the big picture, helping everyone. But it's also about resources, about your daily life. So to me, just off the top of my head, this would be something helping others perhaps get their regular life together. Whether that means help with, helping anybody get their life together. It could be a lot of things. It could be counseling, marriage counseling, could be tutoring children. It could be helping drug addicted people, something that you're going to be able to help a big change where people can start over. Now that I'm saying that out loud, starting over doesn't really imply tutoring or anything like that. So I'm kind of now feeling like I'm going to take that right back into my mouth, helping others in the sense of how they can start over. That's very clear here. How to start over. So it's something about their regular life. Possibly people who are low income and needing extra housing or don't even know what to do. I know there's a few things in human services that are about connecting people to the right things. So connecting people to finding the resources. So working in an employment agency, helping with the job crisis we're going to be in here with coronavirus, that kind of a thing. It looks like helping people start over and start anew and be proud. That's exactly what I'm seeing. That's exactly what I'm seeing, Allison. I think that's a very admirable pursuit, too. I really do. Human services field, kind of look around in there because there's a lot of things. I mean, everybody just thinks human services, social work. Well, it is social work, but there's other things, too. Okay, so let us see what we've got next. I don't see any donations coming in, so we're just going to keep moving along. Remind you that if you would like to get your question answered and guarantee a reading, bump yourself up in line. You can put a donation in of any amount. All right, Aya's Vlogs would like to know, can I please have a career reading? You certainly can. Let us use, what do I want to use? Let's use Anna Kay. I haven't even broken out the Anna Kay today. What's wrong with me? All right, can I have a career reading for Aya? Aya wants a career reading. And we want to know what's going on. Okay, what is going on with the career for Aya? We want to know what is going on. Anna Kay is one of my go-to faves. All right. All right. Are you feeling right now like things are kind of stagnant, not going anywhere, kind of just stuck? I'm not sure like what you do. By your name, actually, I can see maybe you are a vlogger. But as far as in your career, I don't, if that's your career or your side gig or what, but I'm feeling like you're feeling very stagnant. We've got the bookends here. We've got feeling bored, kind of resisting things. And we also have the resurrection card. This is feeling, like starting over, like you're needing a light to just reignite the fire, So I feel like there's something stagnant going on here that you kind of need to break free of. The fact that this one showed up and its bookends shows me that this is possible and this is the direction that you kind of need to focus on. You can rebuild and reignite your passion. I do see this boredom though. So the rebirth from that is kind of escaping the boredom. Now, what do I see inside the bookends? We've got the High Priestess and the Lovers. This to me says, well, let's start here. Lovers. I mean, clearly as the name implies and as the picture shows, this is about two people coming together. Well, it's not always about people. It's about two things that you love, two things that come together. So I'm getting the real impression that you do love what you do. I think you do love what you do. You're just feeling bored and stuck right now. So you're going to need to kind of see how you can make a rebirth, so to speak, and rejuvenate things. The High Priestess is saying that, you have to remember that the ups and downs in a career come and go. Now, I'm in sales. So in sales, I can have a rockin' month and I'm making commission like crazy. I'm feeling like superstar. And then the next month I'm not making anything. That's just the wave. I mean, you're selling, you're not selling, Same thing with dating. I'm dating. I'm no. See, life does that. And sometimes when you're feeling like bored or if you're feeling like I'm in the wrong place, this is saying ride it out and see, because the cycles continue and you will come back to the point of feeling again that this Lover's card. So to me, it looks like you really do care about your job. It looks like you might be feeling a little bored and stuck, but I do see that lifting. I do see that lifting, but I do see the advice from the cards is to remember that this is a natural thing that happens. It's the ups and downs. And look at that. I put the cards kind of, wait a minute, how am I doing this? Up and down. Look, you know, that's how things go. Interest, success, you know, sales numbers, dates, it applies to everything. So be ready to ride the wave, but it's looking like things are really going to start changing. You're going to feel like things are kind of reborn, resurrected. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm seeing. Okay, let me check and see what we're doing on donations. And I think we are going to select our last reading. We are reaching the end of the hour. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to select a reading. Let me see what we've got. Okay, here we go. Okay. Why am I not seeing this? I saw them earlier. All right. Okay, here we go. Last reading for the evening or the day, wherever you are. True Divine wants to know, can I please have a general reading? Let's do a general reading and let us use, we are going to use the light seers because we want to. Light seers. Do you guys see that little subscription thing here at the bottom? I just added it. And I keep thinking that that's my mouse on there. And I'm like, what am I doing? Okay, enough of that. All right, so have a general reading. Yes, indeed. True Divine wants to know just what kind of information should True Divine have. We want to know. True Divine would like to know what is going on in a general sense. What advice can be provided. Okay. Okay. Well, I do see something new coming in for you. It looks like there's going to be something new coming in. And I think it's going to be something that's going to lead you to feeling like a point of celebration. I mean, accomplishment. I think that, you know, there's something that you're working on or that you've been working on or that you will be working on that's going to be successful and it's going to lead to some new opportunities. I think it's going to be a real way to kind of, look at her. She's going to jump in. She's got an amethyst in her hand. We got sacred geometry here. She's just going to go in, fall backwards. Some success is going to make you feel that way. This is a foundation of something positive. So this is a very positive beginning. We've got the Fool, which is also a beginning. So I'm thinking that you've got something exciting coming in that you're going to see some success with. Now, excuse me. So we also have the Seven of Wands. And this is telling me that you're going to need to, coming from a calm standpoint, you're going to need to be very cautious about what you've already accomplished. And by that, I mean, don't forget the lessons you've already learned. You're going to have to be protective of what you've already learned, which probably brought you to this. So whatever it is you've gained in the process, in the journey, this is saying don't forget that process or that progress because you do need that. You need that because you're moving on here. The Page of Pentacles is a message and it's always kind of a new information. It's the beginning of something. It's kind of a young, kind of naive person usually on here, indicating it's the beginning of something. So I have a feeling that this is saying, if you keep all the lessons you learned here, you're going to have so many new things coming up for you. Now, the foundation, the way I'm reading it and the way I'm looking at it makes it sound like some really great, huge thing. It might be. But you also have to remember to celebrate the little successes as well. I mean, when you've gotten your house in order, when you've managed to set a budget and you've been successful, when you've gotten 5 applications out, when you managed to not eat French fries today. I mean, they can be little successes, but they're still successes. And you do need to focus on those. As we talked earlier about positive thinking and the law of attraction, I do believe that helps. So focus on those, the highlights, focus on what's good and how you got here. And then I think new things will be opening up to you. Pentacles is the suit of resources. So it might involve something with your daily life. That's really what I'm getting. This is the growth, and so is that, but this is daily life. So yeah, that's looking pretty cool. Remember your lessons. That's what it's saying. Remember your lessons. Remember those lessons. All right. I hope that helped, True Divine. I'd like to thank you all for being here. I am so appreciative. I love that you're here and we're building a nice little community. If you have not already, please hit subscribe before you head out so that we can stay connected. And as always, thank you so much for your donations and thank you for letting me read for you. I will be back tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central Time. And tomorrow is my double show day. I'll be doing 12 Central, and I will also be doing 7:30. So my evening edition will be tomorrow as well. So thank you all for joining me, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow and answer some more questions for you. Have a great day.